Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Teacher Luke of Pinay IELTS Teacher. So today we're going to focus more on how you write your letters. So as you know, IELTS Writing Task 1 is all about writing letters. But before we head to that, let's look at some of the stuff that we already know from our previous videos. So you do know that you're being scored based on four areas: your task achievement, coherence and cohesion, grammatical range and accuracy, and your lexical resource. Task achievement, were you able to do what is required of that task? Were you able to write 150 words for your letter within the given time? Coherence and cohesion, was there a structure of your ideas? Was it organized in a way that it presented a good letter, one that you could read from start to end and then it would flow on naturally? Grammatical range and accuracy, were you able to exhibit range in your grammar tenses as well as sentence structures? Did you use simple, compound, and complex sentences and have variations with it? Okay. And lastly, your lexical resource. This is your vocabulary. So were you able to use effective vocabulary related to the given topic? Okay, that's it. And some of just the foundations that you need to know about writing task 1. The ideal time to finish is within 20 minutes. You have to write at least 150 words. If you're not able to meet that minimum number of words, then it's going to be a markdown on your task achievement. Okay, so make sure you meet 150 words, and much better, you want to exceed more than 150 words, but don't go more than 200 words because that will be very lengthy and will consume a lot of your time. Now, you will be writing um, a letter, just one letter, but you would need to know if you have to write an informal, semi-formal, and formal. Now, you have to watch my previous videos that differentiates, the characteristic of each of these letters. Some of the given tasks, not limited to, but these are the most common ones: to give or ask for information, give or ask for opinion, express a like and dislike, and sometimes file complaints. Those are the tasks that are usually given, and you have to write a letter based on those tasks. Now, what do we want to see when you write your letter? We want you to, of course, exceed the minimum number of words. 160 to 180 is okay. Don't go more than 200. You want to use transition words to make your ideas cohesive. You want to use relevant vocabulary. So please note, you're not allowed to use idioms or idiomatic expressions when you're writing your formal and semi-formal letter, because we do know that idioms are a bit on the informal side or casual side. Okay. But however, in your IELTS speaking, we recommend that we use a lot of it. On your grammar range, we want to see varying tenses of verbs and sentence structures. Okay. Lastly, last three bullet points, you need to know what tone you need to use. Again, it depends on analyzing your tasks. And from that, you need to know which type of letter you need to write. Okay. You have to be specific, make your letter more realistic. You can use names, dates, whichever you want, to just give a little bit of specific details on your letter. Okay. Lastly, and most importantly, you have to follow the flow of the bulleted task. Now, if you missed any of the bulleted tasks there on your task card, then that will be a markdown on your task achievement as well. So make sure that you're able to answer all the given bullet tasks. Okay, so without further ado, let's go look into informal letters. This is an example of a sample task card. A friend of yours is thinking about applying for the same course that you did at university. He or she asks for your advice about studying the subject. So write a letter to your friend. In your letter, give details of the course you took at the university, explain why you recommend the university, and give some advice about how to apply it. All right, so looking at this, because you're writing to your friend, you already know that this is an informal letter. So let's go ahead and do this. The very first thing I always tell my students when they start writing a letter is to create an outline. You do not want to skip on this part because this does 50% of the job. A lot of the students are tempted to just neglect doing the outline and go straight to writing the letter. What happens is, at first, you might think that that will save you time, but eventually, all the thinking will do its catching up. You'll get stuck with your ideas. You tend to erase what you started and then start again. And then, that would be more time consuming. Unlike when you allocate 3 to 5 minutes of your time at the beginning to create an outline, then now you have a guide what to write. And that saves a lot of your time. And that makes sure that you were able to answer all the given bullet tasks. And also that makes sure that you have a well constructed, cohesive letter. All right. So outline is the key, you guys. Better make sure you not miss this process. So let's go ahead and do this letter together on the spot. So if you analyze the question again, it's saying that your friend wants to enroll in the same subject that you had in university. So first bullet point, give the details of this course. Second is explain why I would recommend that university. Third is to give advice on how to apply. All right, so let's begin. You know that with the greeting of your informal letter, it's always the first name basis. So for this case, I am saying like, Dear Sheena, I'm writing to my friend and her name is Sheena. Okay. Now, guys, the outline doesn't have to be so long. It just has to consist keywords. Make it as quick and short as possible. You don't want to spend a lot of time doing the outline. You want to leave all the time that you have in writing the actual letter. So take note, guys, you just have to finish the outline within 3 minutes. If you're able to do that, then the better. So for the icebreaker statement, this is only true for your informal letter. This is where you have to establish rapport with who you're writing. Remember, this is all about the tone of the letter. You want to show that you have a relationship with the person you're writing, which is a key element of your informal letter. So when you say, Dear Sheena, I would go on saying something like, Great to hear. Okay, and then missed you. Okay, so these are what you call informal touches or personal touches that would make the letter stick with the tone of being informal. So for paragraph 1, 2, and 3, paragraph 1, 2, and 3 must align with bullet point 1, 2, 3. That's why I said earlier, you have to follow the structure of the bullet points. All right. So number 1 is saying, what about this course? So within 2 to 3 ideas, I would think something like, this is an educational technology course, so EdTech course. Also that it's only a certificate course, so which means, it just probably be 1 year or 2 year course. All right. And I would talk about the latest tech integration. So I'm going in that route now. That the course has something to do with educational technology. It's just a certificate course for a year, and that it would offer knowledge on how to integrate the latest technology in the field of education. Okay, so that's it. How about for bullet point number 2, explain why you recommend the university. So I'm thinking something like, it's a prestigious university. Okay. And perhaps it may be the only university in the country that offers that course. All right. And to make it extra special, perhaps I'm going to add something like, there is an immersion program. Okay. There's an immersion program or an internship program where there is a hands-on application of what they learned from that certificate course. Okay. All right. So I think that sounds nice so far. Let's go to the third bullet point. Give some advice about how to apply. So I would say, well, visit the registrar's office. Okay. Fill out the application forms. And also make sure that she submits everything within the given deadline. All right. So remember, guys, if you could see my pattern now, I keep my ideas 2 to 3 ideas only. All right. You want to limit the number of ideas, but also you want to have enough ideas to elaborate on your letter. Because remember, you have to meet the 150 word requirement. Okay. When I go to the closing statement, perhaps the more appropriate way to say it, since I'm giving an advice, would be to ask her to update me. Update me. Perhaps if there's anything else she needs to just message me. All right. And then sign off or farewell. You do know that in your informal letter, it's very casual. So I would say something like best regards. Okay. And then name. In the informal letter, it's always just first name basis only. You don't need to use your last name. All right, now that you look at my outline, it already gives you a summary of what the letter is or the content of the letter, and that's what we want. And notice that it only took me about a few minutes to create my outline, and that should be how you train yourself preparing for your IELTS exam. All right, so without further ado, let's start writing our letter now. So we say, Dear Sheena, okay, it's great to hear from you. Okay, I missed you. Let's say ever since that holiday trip we had last year. All right, so it's doing something about the formatting. Let me just fix this real quick. All right, we got that one. So now we're done with the icebreaker statement. Okay, as you can see, this is our greeting. This is our icebreaker statement. I elaborated and added a little bit of detail there. I missed her since the last holiday trip that we had. All right, now let me go to paragraph 1 now. So I would say something like, hearing that you're interested to enroll in the EdTech course at the UP College of Education. This is my school, by the way, where I graduated. So this is the only thing I could think at the top of my head. Okay, made me skip with joy. So remember, the letter is telling you that your friend wants to apply for the same course that you did. So, of course, I would be saying something to the extent that I'm happy to hear that she also wants to apply with the same course that I'm enrolled at. Okay, so let me just make this. Okay, and then I could say I couldn't emphasize how much value this program, or let's just say how valuable. When I say how valuable it is, what I meant is how useful it is. All right. So I could say, even though it's only a 1-year certificate course, it provides an in-depth learning on the integration of technology. Okay, let's check that one real quick. I did say EdTech. I mentioned that EdTech course. I mentioned it's only a certificate course. So I did say that 1-year certificate course. Latest technology. I did say that. It provides an in-depth learning on the integration of technology in teaching. Right? That sounds good so far. Let's go to our second paragraph, which is now where we're talking about why I'm going to recommend this school. So I would go something like, additionally, UP is one of the most prestigious schools in the country. In fact, the only university that exclusively offers EdTech course. Right? Because I'm following what I wrote in my outline, that it's prestigious and it's the only one offering the course among other universities. And then I would say, like, not only is the program bound to theoretical learning. This is just some of my extra ideas, guys. I would be leading the letter to talking about there's also a hands-on application through the community immersion at the end of the year. You will definitely love it. All right. So statements like this, guys, you will definitely love it. I missed you ever since. So these are the personal touches that you don't want to lose in your um, informal letter, right? Stuff like made me skip with joy, I missed you, you definitely love it. You have to keep these personal touches to keep it with the tone that it is informal. Okay, let's go to the last paragraph. With this said, please visit the registrar's office. Okay. So now I'm directing her how to enroll, right? And fill out the application form. Um, Do not forget to submit all the necessary documents before the given deadline. All right. And then, okay, let me just reduce the size of this one, make it 10. All right, I think that's too small. All right. Okay. And then we're heading now to our closing statement. I would say something like, please update me how it goes and if there's anything else you need. Can't wait for you to start on this journey. Best regards, Maria. All right, so that's about it, guys. So let's read the letter. Dear Sheena, it's great to hear from you. I missed you ever since that holiday trip we had last year. Hearing that you're interested to enroll in the EdTech course at the UP College of Education made me skip with joy. I couldn't emphasize how valuable this program is. Even though it's only a 1 year certificate course, it provides an in-depth learning on the integration of technology in teaching. Additionally, UP is one of the most prestigious schools in the country, in fact, the only university that exclusively offers EdTech course. Not only is the program bound to theoretical learning, there's also a hands-on application through the community immersion at the end of the year. You will definitely love it. With this said, please visit the registrar's office and fill out the application form. Do not forget to submit all the necessary documents before the given deadline. Please update me how it goes and if there's anything else you need. Can't wait for you to start on this journey. Best regards, Maria. Okay, so this looks like a well constructed letter. And if you actually compute the total number of words, that will lead us to 100, about 172 words. So let's just quickly copy it here so we could analyze the contents of our letter. Okay. So let's go ahead and analyze the letter that we just wrote. See that we applied everything that's written here. You know, if we comply within the given scoring rubric, because we want to know that we achieved the task given to us. We provided a very coherent and cohesive letter. We use of a lot of range in our grammar tenses, you know, past, present, future tenses. Also that we use um, range in our sentence structures, simple, compound, complex, and that we use a lot of related vocabulary. Okay, with this said, let's see. So first, I'm going to underline all my compound and complex sentence structures. Okay, this one's. Even though is a subordinate clause, so you do know that this is now a complex sentence structure. Okay, and then, all right, this is also a compound. This is also, sorry, that was a complex sentence structure. And we can add end here to make that a compound sentence. Okay. All right, so that's it. The rest are simple sentences. All right. So next is we check on our conjunctions. These are subordinate conjunctions. Let's just put it in a red here. So let's put a bold there. All right. Then let's check on the variations of our grammar tenses. You will definitely love it. You will love it, or you will definitely love it. Well, that is showing future tense. Okay. So we're going to change a little bit of the content just so we have variations in our grammar tenses. You will need to submit, okay. You will need to submit, that's future tense as well. And now let's use transition words. So these are transition words which are very important for your cohesiveness and cohesion. It gives structure, all right? It connects one idea to the other. And essentially, you want to see that at the beginning of the next paragraph, just so that there is a connection from the last idea to the next idea. All right. Okay. And then for our vocabulary, the useful, related, and higher level vocabulary, let's see if we have anything in here. So perhaps enroll. Okay. Emphasize is a good vocabulary. Valuable, I guess, it's also a good vocabulary. In-depth learning is a good collocation we can use. Integration of technology. Technology integration, that's also a good collocation. Prestigious, a good vocabulary. Exclusive or exclusively. Theoretical learning, okay. Community immersion. All right, sorry for that one. Let's make it orange. Okay. Why did I mark this gray? It's supposed to be orange for vocabulary. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, certificate course is also a good one. All right, so I think that's it. Hands-on applications also a good vocabulary. All right. So as you could see, guys, we definitely have all the elements we want there. We have variations in our sentence structures. We had variations in our grammar tenses. We used transition words to connect our ideas, and we made use of useful vocabulary. So that's how we want to write our informal letter. All right. So you want to make sure first that you meet the minimum number of words for our task achievement. And from there on, you want to make sure that you have all these important elements, your vocabulary, okay, the ones in oranges, your grammar range, and accuracy and grammar range. So that would be part of sentence structures. The one in the underlines are the ones with compound and complex sentence structures. If you don't have an idea what are those, better visit my earlier videos explaining what's the difference between simple, compound, and complex sentence structures. And then the blue ones are transition words. So there's a lot of transition words or connecting words that you need to practice that you can apply when you're writing your letters. It's very important to have that when you transition from one idea to another. It ensures that there is cohesiveness and cohesion in your writing. All right. That's it. That's how you write, and that's how you practice writing your letter for your informal letter. So make sure you always write your outline first. That gives you a guide, and that makes it easier for you to achieve the task given to you and ensure that all the important elements are there within the given time period. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below what you think I should add here or what other topics I need to discuss. Please tune in this channel for more information and for more educational things that is useful for your IELTS preparation. All right, that's it. Thank you. Bye.